Good day, internet people.
Hello!
Hello. What's this?
Slightly later than we expected.
Yeah, a sexy legend deck with Ren Suzugamori. Look, it's even got a cute little R down there. So, yeah. Ren's soul is a big R. It's the R soul. I punned.
I want to hit you.
Go on then.
No.
Hang on, there's my wrist. If you wanted to slap it. Thank you. Okay.
Right.
Shall we see what we've got?
I say, is that a deck box?
A deck box. Shall we see what it looks like? Oh yeah,
Nice.
look at that.
That's cool.
Weirdly, it's one of those really thin ones.
That's a shame.
The ones where you can't really get double sleeve decks in with strides comfortably.
Oh, it's one of those. That's bad.
So this is going to be a single sleeved deck, I believe. And I'm not going to bother because you've got to tap all the tabs out. Lena can do that. Let's see what you get in the little goodie bag while Lena's having a look at that. So, there's a fighter's counter. The first English fighter's counter, unless you count, you know, these ones.
The first official one. Perhaps.
Wow, that's kind of bendy. That's... yeah.
Quality's a thing.
Okay, that one's going to need a bit of straightening out under a heavy book, I think, that. But, yeah, don't bother with that one. Use these.
Or if you happen to have got hold of some of the other ones off eBay, that's also good.
The promo is actually a holo, which is quite nice. Dark Knight Grim Recruiter. He's when the attack hits a Vanguard, search your deck for a grade 1 or less, call it to rearguard and shuffle your deck. So basically, it's when it's on hit, sword me. Of sorts. So that's that.
That does kind of give away a hint about what this deck is like.
Yeah, so anyway, wow.
Where
Okay.
the G version of Royals goes to grade 2s, the G version of Shadows goes to grade 1s.
Yes. So it's less of a playmat and more of a sexy Ren poster. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could use that as a playmat, but if I does say playmat on it. But I think that is much more of a stick it on the wall or something kind of deal. That's kind of cool. And your usual starter's guide, but no comprehensive
I have
rule
completed
book.
assembling the deck box.
Go on then.
We have a deck box.
Yeah.
It's
Thin.
It's thin.
Yeah.
Nice, eh?
It's not like...
Yeah, you see that there's...
That's how thick one should be for stride, because that double sleeved holds exactly 8 stride units and a double sleeved deck.
This will not, but it does look cool. So
Yeah.
that's a thing.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we get on to the
The
bit
deck.
that people really want to see? Have you got the English translations around? Oh wait, it's in English. Let's start with these stride
I'll help
half,
with this
shall we?
side, shall I?
Yeah. Such sound effects. Okay, so
How did you do that?
this little strip. You just grab the strip.
I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, you've got plenty of time. Okay, so the stride unit that comes in there. What I will mention is every card in this set has got a holo version. So there's one holo and everything. So it's Dark Dragon, Phantom Blaster, Diablo. He's Counterblast 1 and a Persona flip of himself. If the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone is 2 or more, until the end of turn this unit gets plus 10 and a crit. And choose 3 of your rear guards and retire them. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, your opponent may choose 2 of his or her rear guards and retire them. If he or she does not, your opponent cannot call cards from hand to the Guardian Circle.
It's a bit gross.
That's most funny against decks with, like Spike Brothers, where their field's empty, so they basically can't afford to pay the cost, and it's like, oh, I can't actually guard at all this turn because I have nothing to retire. So that's that. The plus 10 and a crit, it's pretty nice as well, so, you know. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those.
Because this is a proper deck that doesn't mess around.
Yeah. Then you got your backup grade 3. I'm going to put the promo stride with that stride. He'll be your first turn one. Okay, so you get Great Dark Mage Badabkar. Mr. Badabkar is back.
And he is looking sexy as hell. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's all like,
I love it. It's so badab. Anyway, yeah, auto from the Vanguard and Rearguard. Count Blast 1, GB1. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to one grade 1 or less card, call it to Rearguard, and shuffle your deck. How's that for a support card?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty threatening on the Rearguard there, isn't it, really?
Clearly for him, it's like Casual Friday.
Yeah, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then we get on to Dark Knight Amadian Maka. Grade 2, 9k, GB1, Count Blast 1. When this unit when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if this unit is boosted, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for a grade 1 card, call it to Rearguard, and shuffle your deck. Are you noticing the theme? 1,
you can't miss it.
2,
I'm loving how there's a foil version
4.
of every card.
It's pretty sweet. Even Maclear gets...
he's not a perf though.
No, but he's a 10k interceptor.
No, he's
It's 15k interceptor if the number of rear guards in your back row is 1 or less.
Yeah, so basically you've had your big turn, you've retired a whole bunch of things on your back row, and
yeah,
because you'll retire 1 front row and 2 back row,
yes,
and leave him because
yeah,
he will do enough guarding for 2 interceptors.
Yeah, or if you're feeling really desperate, you have one of these on each of your front row panels with no rear guards.
You can do that too.
Then you've got basically 15k shield on each side. So you get 1, 2 of those. Arduous Battle Knight Claudus. Grade 1, 7k, GB1, continuous. During your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Blaster in its card name, this unit gets plus 2k. And when this unit boosts a unit with Dorint in its card name, the boosted unit gets plus 2k till the end of that battle. So, Claudus and Dorint working together like a team.
Over here.
Team! So you get 1, 2, 3, a full set of 4 of that. Then we're on to the starter. Full Bow Brave. Full Bow returns. So you got GB1, Count Blast 1, put this unit into the soul, search your deck for up to 1 card with Blaster in its card name. Could be a Blaster Dark Diablo, whatever. Phantom Blaster, whatever. Reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Basically, if you're running any kind of Blaster Shadow Paladin deck, that's an amazing starter. Okay, crits. Revenger, Undead Angel. How's that for a cute crit? And it's shiny.
That one is.
So 1, 2, 3.
Here comes the heal.
4. Flat bow. And yeah, 4 heals. Would you guess?
Right. It presents to you the second half of your deck.
You may.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to pass you each card individually. Haha.
Oh, that's annoying.
Here's your main grade 3.
Blaster Dirk Diablo.
Blaster Dork, more like me.
In it though. GB2. When you're paying the cost for Stride, if the G unit you stride has Blaster in its card name, so that's quite specific because there's currently, I think, only one. He's pretty much the only Stride with Blaster in its name at the moment, so that isn't as OP as.
I believe that's until GB03 pops up and changes that.
It's not 100% as OP as it sounds, but the cards in your hand get grade plus 3, so it basically makes it so you can drop anything for Stride.
I'm going to drop this draw trigger. That counts.
Yeah, and during your turn, when your Dark Dragon Phantom Blaster Diablo strides, for no cost, you just choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it.
Ugh.
So, that's that. But again, it has to be the specific stride for that to do its thing, so swings and roundabouts. Because it's a Persona flip, that's happening twice, that's only happening twice, and that maybe only happened twice until you've got the extra support. So, while it's a good card and a good skill, you're talking very short game with this. And yeah, you got a full play set of 4 of those blasters there.
I refer you now to Mr. Dorint.
Mr. Dorint.
Yes, Mr. Dorint.
Bloodstained Battle Knight Dorint. During your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Blaster in its card name, this unit gets plus 2k, and when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if this unit is boosted by a unit with Claudus in its card name, choose a card from your damage zone and turn it face up. That's just when it attacks. It doesn't have to hit for that skill, which is pretty interesting.
It's very good.
So yeah, basically, because Dorint means that both units, if it's boosting this, get plus 2k, so you're already swinging for 20 there. That 2k there makes it 22. 22, and it will unflip a damage in that situation. So, that's definitely nothing to moan about. It's quite the combo you got going on there, deck.
This one, bizarrely, is a 3 of, but it's a good card.
Dark Heart Trumpeter, grade 1. She used to be a starter, I believe, in the olden days of the Trumpeter, didn't she?
Can't remember.
Don't know.
Anyway, she might have been like this. generic 6K starter that was
Yeah. Soul Blast 1, when this unit is placed on the rearguard, if you have a grade 3 or greater with Blaster in its card name on your Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to one grade 1 or less card not named Dark Heart Trumpeter, call it to rearguard and shuffle your deck.
There's that theme again.
Yeah, and it's a good skill for a 7k to have, just a superior call on place for a Soul Blast. I mean, that's pretty nice. That's where you get your Claudus for your Dorrant.
Mm-hmm. Now then, it's not a drop for Stride.
No, it's different. Sharon's back, not as an 8k.
No.
7k grade 1. The first one is the usual. When it's placed, you can search out a Blaster Dark, put it into your hand, and discard a card from your hand, as you'd expect. However, because Blaster Dark Diablo has his free stride cost, they made this more interesting. It says, while you are retiring a rearguard for the cost of your unit's ability, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Blaster in its card name, retiring this unit may be regarded as retiring 2 rearguards. So all of a sudden, that retire 3 essentially becomes retire 2 if you've got one of these on the field. And I think in BTO 3 there's also a starter which has the same skill. So that's him. 4 of those, Chavon.
Perf!
4 perf, yeah. Young, little Skullwitch Namain.
It should be noted that for those of you with lots of money, you could, if you really wanted to, buy 4 of these and have the most shiny deck in Vanguard.
What I will say is I do want another playset of these for my Shadow Paladin Witch themed deck. Because
it says Witch.
Also, because I haven't got any Maclear in there. I've only got Quintet Walls in there at the moment, and I would actually switch them all for these. She doesn't do the unflip.
No.
The counter charge, or shall I say. Her thing is, choose a card from your hand and discard it when this unit is placed on the Guardian Circle from hand. You may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your units that is being attacked, and that unit cannot be hit until the end of that battle.
Yeah, very good.
Then, if there is a card named Little Skullwitch Namain in your drop zone, draw a card, choose a card from your hand, and discard it. It does say choose one of your Vanguards that is being attacked. It still says Vanguard.
Sorry, I misheard.
But
I thought you said units.
No. But basically, she's a drop and draw in that case. You can do a bit of hand fixing if you've got something you don't particularly want in your hand. Not that I wonder whether that's worth doing, because at the end of the day, if you've got something in your hand you don't want, you probably just drop it for Stride. Seeing as you can. I'd like 4 of those in my Shadow Witch deck.
Great. Again.
So this turns it to 8 crits.
Yep.
Leaping Knight Ligan Lumner.
That guy.
Pretty cool looking. And presumably 4 draw.
Yep. This one is a card that Shadow Paladin players have screamed for a very long time.
Is it Bargle?
No, you mean Margle.
That's the one.
But he looks way cool.
Howl Owl.
Look how bouncing that owl looks.
He's got like Kamina sunglasses on or something. Who the hell do you think I am?
Howl Owl.
Anyway, put this unit into the soul, choose one of your units, and it gets +3 until the end of the turn. Pretty nice. That also, don't forget, there are cards in here which do have Soul Blast as cost, such as that grade 1 7k. So, just saying. Worth soul charging.
That is the entirety of the deck.
So that's the deck.
What I like is that it leaves room for potential other strides.
Yeah. What I will say is it's not as absolutely broken as people are saying out of the box. It's a solid deck, but I don't think it's going to be super scary until the support.
I think the right cards added to it will make it ridiculous.
BTO 3 will make it very strong, especially if you start adding in, your crazy stuff. But you're going to have to be a little bit careful if you decide to keep Blaster Dark Diablo as your grade 3 main, because if you want that, you're going to have to run strides with Blaster in the name, otherwise he becomes pretty vanilla.
Sure, you can always potentially stride it, but
the thing is, even for the cheap stride thing, it still has to be a blaster.
It's still specific to that stride.
It has to be a blaster stride, and then the retirement has to be Phantom Blaster Diablo. So that's only happening twice in a game, whichever way you look at it. So I will say it'll be very interesting to test this deck out, and you will see a test with it against...
What we're going to do is we're going to test it against... Sorry, I jumped.
No, you do it.
Sorry. We're going to test it against a amalgamation of 2 Link Joker trial decks.
So-
Two of the new Link Joker trial decks.
So you got 2 full decks against each other essentially from that.
It's fair.
Yep.
Yeah, because that Link Joker trial deck is actually quite good when you splice 2 together.
It's pretty good.
So look out for that very, very soon.
Very soon indeed, yes. And thanks for watching this little unboxing of the first ever Legend deck. So yeah, there's your...
Bushiroad gives the 91. Is what Ed would say.
Yeah, and sort that out. Because that's not very good, I don't think, to be honest.
I'm not going to express my bias, but a Masaki deck would be hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See ya!
Bye!